So there's a problem with the motion controls for the Switch. And that it's evident normally, just very slightly, but it becomes a much bigger problem if you try to zoom in with a scope. And yeah, you can kind of make it out. If I do it with that one, if I use this the sniper rifle, you can really see. So if I zoom in, and I try to just make some small slight adjustments, and try to just go slightly to the right, just moving very, very slowly, moving the controller, and it clicks to a position, and it kind of indexes, and it's sort of going smoothly. So, and then I just toward my controller back to the position, the neutral position, and I'm way over here, and I start pointing over there. Alright, so let me show you my point of view really fast. So I'm just holding the controller, and I'm trying to move very slightly to the right, just very slightly, and that's corresponding with a movement that's about like this, right? So I'm making very, very, very fine, subtle movements, and on screen, what it's doing instead is this weird ratcheting thing, and it's impossible to try to hit and shoot something that's moving when it ratchets. The other problem, I'm going to just have to show you on the controller directly. There's a lot of weird gyroscopic drift. So as I try to move the controller really slowly to really subtly make fine adjustments, I'll be moving like this and this, nice and carefully and slow, and move it back, and then on the screen I'll overshoot to a completely different position than what I was looking at before. So I'm making movements too small for it to detect, and they're accumulating. And then I return to center, and it has a bigger motion that can detect. Anyway, so this problem of this gyroscopic drift and not detecting the small, tiny motions, this isn't a problem with other games. Splatoon doesn't have this, certainly, and Zelda doesn't have it with its motion controls. And so there's definitely something weird going on here. And my theory is that they're using the wrong gyroscopic mode. So I remember from an interview, this is about the Wii, so it might not apply to the Switch at all. But the gyroscope, this is with the Wii Motion Plus actually, but the gyroscope has two modes. One to detect, quick motion, and one to detect fine motion. And if you're using the wrong mode, then you could be using resolution and getting more drift than you should. So anyway, the way it is right now, it's a pretty big problem. It makes it completely impractical for scoped fighting. Where to find a gun? Okay, where's that guy? Oh, he's just a floating gun. There's a floating gun killing people. Oh, snap. Alright, so I was making the video just about the motion controls, but there's also performance issues with the Switch at the moment as well. So hopefully the motion controls get a chance to be fixed. Hopefully it's just a really easy thing like switching the gyroscopic mode or something like that. And that'd be nice, because having motion controls is definitely nice, but it's not nice when they don't work. So there we go, over and out.